This is the mother of 43-year-old Kristil Krug. In a few seconds, she's going to find Kristil's lifeless body inside this very garage. Hello? And this is Daniel Krug, the man who killed her. He's heading in for another normal workday, just minutes after leaving his wife's lifeless body hidden in the garage of their own home.
In the quiet suburban city of Broomfield, Colorado, a mother of 3 was fighting a battle nobody could see. Her phone vibrated with threats. Her email filled with messages from someone claiming to be an old boyfriend. Someone watching her, someone following her, someone who wanted her back or wanted her dead.
Oh shit. Holy fuck.
She installed cameras. She filed police reports. She told friends and co-workers she felt unsafe.
You can see like it's a little bit dirty, so I can see blood marks, but like my street looks like this all the time. There's no one out there. Like I know the normal cars.
Yeah.
So I don't know where he's following me from.
Okay.
I can only assume a tracker.
Nothing jumps out at me.
I know, me either. I'm hoping it's just to mess with me.
But on the morning of December 14th, 2023, all of those precautions failed. Inside her own garage, 43-year-old Kristil Krug was found murdered, brutally stabbed, left on the concrete floor where she had taken her last breath. Police initially believed the killer was the stalker she had been reporting for months. But the truth behind the murder of Kristil Krug was something far more twisted. This is Crime Hunter, and tonight we uncover the case where the prime suspect was the one person she trusted the most. In early 2023, life for the Krug family appeared normal. Kristil worked as a biochemical engineer, disciplined, organized, dependable. Her husband Daniel was an IT professional. Together they raised 3 children in a comfortable suburban home. But beneath the tranquility of their marriage, something began to shift. It started with unusual emails, strange, personal, threatening. The messages referenced details only someone with a history with her would know. The sender claimed to be an ex-boyfriend. He wrote that he missed her, that he wanted her back, that she would pay if she ignored him. Over time, the tone escalated. He described where she drove, where she parked, what she wore, what time she left for work. Someone was watching her, or so she believed. By late 2023, the threats were constant. She told friends she was scared to be alone in her own home. She told co-workers she felt a presence, someone following her. She told police she feared for her life. She installed cameras, including one in the garage, where she often entered the house. And still the messages continued. Detectives later described the stalking as unusually sophisticated. The emails came from foreign servers. The phone number was masked. The intimidator seemed technologically savvy, someone capable of hiding digital footprints. What made it even more disturbing was the emotional tone. Whoever was behind the messages seemed to know what triggered her fear, what made her feel vulnerable, what made her doubt her own safety. She wondered whether the stalker was someone from her past, someone she had once dated, someone who had resurfaced to torment her. But when she asked Daniel what to do, he always had the same answer. It'll blow over. Police believed the stalker was real. Kristil believed he was real. Her mother, friends, co-workers, everyone believed the threat came from outside the home. Nobody suspected the truth. Not yet. It was a Thursday. Cold, quiet, nothing unusual. At 7:30 a.m., Kristil dropped her children at school. She returned home briefly, then left again to run errands. During this time, her husband Daniel left for work, or so it appeared. At 8:23 a.m., he drove away from the house. Just 7 minutes later, several neighbors' cameras captured a car, matching Daniel's, quietly returning to the street. The vehicle parked just down the block. A man stepped out. The figure moved toward the Krug home. Investigators later believed this was when Daniel re-entered the house, through the garage door, and waited. The garage camera that should have captured everything had been unplugged. At 8:35 a.m., Kristil's car pulled into the driveway. She parked. She stepped into the garage. Within seconds, the attack began. There were signs of a sudden struggle, a violent, quick assault. She suffered blunt force trauma, then multiple stab wounds. The entire ordeal lasted less than 20 seconds. Her body was left on the floor beside her car. At 8:42 a.m., the same figure was seen leaving through a side door, walking back toward the parked vehicle. By 9 a.m., Daniel was at work, behaving as if nothing had happened. Later that morning, around 10:17 a.m., Kristil's mother arrived at the home. She expected to meet her daughter for a planned appointment. When she opened the garage door, she walked into the most horrifying moment of her life. Her daughter was lying on the ground.
Bam! I need you to come over here for a minute, okay, so we can work. I understand. I need you to come on over here, okay?
Okay.
I know. Do me a favor, go and sit inside so we can work on her, okay? So we can try to get her the help, okay? What's your name?
Linda.
Linda?
Yeah.
Okay. My name's Officer Zamora, okay? I'll come out here and I'll give you some news as soon as I can.
Please tell me she's okay.
I have no idea just yet, but I know that they're working on her. The officer in there has been working CPR on her, and I think she's doing okay,
My
okay?
husband called.
He did. He's the one that called us and let us know, okay? Go ahead, take a seat for a minute. I'll be right back here, okay?
I need to tag out, man. She's got a head wound. I don't know if it's from falling or something else, but probably falling, but I don't know, man. It's a good one. Yep. Husband said that.
Motionless, surrounded by blood. She called 911. The dispatcher struggled to keep her calm as she screamed into the phone. Paramedics arrived. Police arrived. But it was too late. The medical examiner later confirmed that Kristil died quickly, within minutes of the attack. Detectives noticed something unexpected almost immediately. The garage security camera had been disconnected, and not by accident. Someone had pulled the power source directly from the wall. When police contacted Daniel Krug, he acted shocked. He said he was at work. He said he had no idea what happened. He said the stalker must have finally acted. He willingly answered questions. He expressed grief. He hugged his children when officers informed them. He appeared, on the surface, to be a devastated husband, but detectives saw something else. His reactions were overly controlled, predictable, almost rehearsed, and when they asked about the stalker, he spoke about it too comfortably, as if he had practiced the lines. Meanwhile, officers inside the home found no signs of forced entry, no signs of theft, no signs of a struggle beyond the garage. Whoever killed her knew exactly where to wait, knew when she would arrive, knew her routine. Investigators started looking closer at Daniel. What makes his case unique is that it wasn't solved with fingerprints or DNA. It wasn't solved with a weapon. It wasn't solved through eyewitnesses. It was solved through data. Detectives began by tracing the threatening emails and messages. Early analysis indicated they came from foreign IP addresses, but deeper examination revealed an important clue. The person sending the messages was using a VPN connected to a single known internet location, Daniel's workplace. Several messages were sent while he was clocked in. Others were sent shortly after he stayed late at the office. Police subpoenaed network logs. The results were startling. Multiple stalker emails originated from his office network. The threat messages to her phone came from devices tied to his login sessions. The burner email account was created using a computer traced to his workstation. It was digital evidence that could not be explained away. Next, investigators looked at Kristil's phone. Inside, they found delayed text messages, scheduled texts, programmed to send hours later. One message from her phone was sent at 10:12 a.m., but she died around 8:35 a.m. This meant the killer had access to her phone before her death and scheduled outgoing messages. There was only one person who had regular access to her phone, only one person who understood advanced technology enough to pull this off. Only one person who could have known exactly when she'd be in the garage. Police then turned to neighborhood cameras.
I didn't protect her. I was the person who protect her.
Let them know about, and they're going to talk to her. They're not going to say, nobody says anything. They're just going to tell her they're good.
They pieced together a minute-by-minute timeline. 8:23 a.m. Daniel's car leaves the home. 8:30 a.m. His car returns, parking down the street. 8:32 a.m. A man matching his build walks toward the house. 8:35 a.m. Kristil arrives. Attack likely occurs. 8:42 a.m. Same figure leaves through a side door. 8:45 a.m. Daniel's car drives away from the street. 9 a.m. Daniel scans into work. Detectives describe the movements as too tight to be luck, too perfect to be coincidence. His alibi was collapsing. Detectives searched Daniel's devices and uncovered something chilling. He had been impersonating the stalker for months, not just sending messages, but building an entire persona. He created multiple email addresses, used proxy servers, purchased burner phones, wrote threatening scripts. He engineered a world in which his wife was under constant psychological assault he himself created. Prosecutors later argued that Daniel became obsessed with control. He wanted sympathy, dependence, and vulnerability from her. But over time, the fantasy spiraled, and he decided the only way out was murder. On December 20th, police arrested Daniel Krug. He showed little emotion. He simply asked for a lawyer. During trial in early 2025, the prosecution laid out a mountain of digital evidence. Threat emails traced to Daniel, VPN logs showing he masked his location, scheduled texts from her phone after her death, timeline inconsistencies, removal of the garage camera, surveillance showing a man returning to the house. The defense argued lack of physical evidence. No DNA, no blood, no murder weapon. But the jury didn't need physical evidence. They had something stronger, a pattern, a motive, and a timeline only Daniel fit. After several weeks, jurors found him guilty of first-degree murder, guilty of stalking, guilty of criminal impersonation. In April 2025, Daniel Krug was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. The Krug children now face life without both parents. One murdered, the other in prison. Friends say they still struggle to understand what happened. Family members say the tragedy is unimaginable. Investigators who worked the case described it as one of the most calculated betrayals we've ever seen. To this day, people who knew Kristil ask the same haunting question. How can someone torment the person they claim to love for months and then end their life? There is no easy answer, but one thing is clear. The stalker she feared was never real. The danger she sensed was coming from the home she lived in, and the person she trusted most was the one who took her life. This has been Crime Hunter, A story of deception, manipulation, and a betrayal so deep it stunned even veteran detectives. If you or someone you know feels unsafe, take it seriously. Document everything. Reach out. Because sometime the threat isn't a stranger in the shadows. It's someone you already know. Thank you for watching. Stay safe. And join us next time as we continue to uncover the truth behind the world's most disturbing crimes.